Welcome to the exciting and new podcast. This is a mini. I'm Jason.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Brian.
I'm Dana.
Dana.
Ooh, that's a nice. I like that. I'm Dana. It fit right in, didn't it?
It's it.
Yeah.
Are we recording? Is this a videoing too?
Yeah.
All right, I'll stop touching myself.
Well, nobody's going to see
It's
it.
not going out. It's for.
You'll have it on tape.
It's for me to touch
I was gonna
myself.
say, I don't want you to
He
have it.
said it's for in case somebody dies. That we at least we have something to go back and remember them.
Play this
from.
at my funeral.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. What are we talking about?
Get us started, Brian. What did you watch this week?
So I watched a British show. I can't
Say it
remember
like
what it was
Michael
on. a British show. It's called Extraordinary.
Not extraordinary?
Is that one word or two?
I think it's supposed to be like extraordinary.
Okay.
It was on Hulu.
They're not
Yeah.
just ordinary. They're
I wanted to
extraordinary.
see that.
Yeah, and it was very
Series,
good.
you said?
Whole series. Yeah, I watched all 8 episodes.
Is it new?
Yeah.
One season? It's just the first season?
First season, yeah.
Any Brits that we know?
I don't think so. No, I didn't know any of them. But it's about the premise is everybody in the world gets a superpower at 18.
I heard about this.
Except
yes.
the main character, who she's 25 and she hasn't gotten her power yet.
And is there a reason why she didn't get her power?
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but
I'm sorry.
yeah,
I'm all like, yeah, tell me all about it.
And Danny, you saw this too?
No, it's on my list. I really want to.
I've heard about this. Once you described
So
it.
is this a recommendation?
it's a very high. It's very funny.
Okay.
And apparently it's got a lot of young people in it. I guess everybody's getting their powers at 18.
Well, yeah, but everyone's like 25.
And Brian,
Oh, yeah, right.
And plus
She's
Brian
like-
watched it.
Well, yeah. That's why I figured he watched it. He stuck with it because he was like, I don't know, superpowers.
But wait.
Teenage girls? Okay, now I'm in.
They were like, this season on Extraordinary.
I watched the first 5 episodes of season 3 of Mythic Quest on Apple
It's one of the
TV.
shows I was thinking about starting, and I
It's
didn't.
so good.
It's on my
season
list.
3. Now you've watched all 3 seasons?
I've
or-
watched. Yeah, I saw season 3.
We didn't have Apple TV for a little while, and then finally I was just like, "Can we just get Apple TV back, please?"
I got it now too, so
Well,
I'm excited to talk about Apple.
You know, I said to Michelle, I'm like, "Can we start charging Logan money for rent or for the car or for something, and we can use that money to pay for, I don't know, Apple TV or something like that? Or once my nephew figures out that I'm using his HBO Max, like we get our own HBO Max or something like that." So anyway, Mythic Quest season 3. You know, the premise is Mac from It's Always Sunny is a game developer, and it's funny. It's just offbeat and funny.
Cricket's in it.
Cricket's in it. F. Murray
Cricket,
Abraham's
nice.
in it, and
F. Murray Abraham, really?
is that it? Is that it for the known characters?
He's not in season 3 though.
Well, that's right. He wasn't. And what's his face? Abed from Community.
That's right.
And he plays
really?
such a
Danny
he
Pudi.
plays such a he is the
Non-Abed
exact
type.
opposite of it. He is a
that's fun.
asshole, and he knows it. And he's the I guess he's the guy in charge of the money of
Monetization
Yeah.
guy,
So
yeah.
making money off the video games, like trying to rip off the fans for as much as they can rip him off for. Oh, he's such an asshole. That doesn't stop in this season. And then there's a bunch of other people in it that I couldn't even tell you.
Speaking of Apple TV, I'm watching Shrinking. That's a new show.
Oh, is it
on
the
there
Harrison
with
Ford one?
Harrison
Oh,
Ford
okay.
and Jason Segel, Heidi Gardner from SNL's in there, and also Jefferson Darcy. From,
Oh, really?
yeah, he's in there.
Isn't it too early for him? Doesn't he usually
He
end
usually comes in
shows?
afterwards. Yeah, he started using the first episode of this. There's only 3 episodes so far.
Oh, they go week to week and it just started? Oh, okay.
It's been decent. It's got humor. It's got drama. So it's a little bit of everything so far, minus horror. and all that stuff.
I'm glad to hear you got Apple TV because I know you've been kind of against it, but now I'm glad,
Yeah.
now you're on. So
Now
you
you can
start
watch
watching all
Ted
the good
Lasso.
stuff. Ted
That's
Lasso.
right.
That's the only thing I'm not
I'm
going to
gonna
watch.
force you to watch it.
Foundation.
No, so far,
Severance.
I don't think he'll like
Shrinking
Foundation.
is one I'm watching on there right now, and I just watched the first episode of Blackbird.
Oh, that was
Blackbird,
really
yeah,
good.
that was a good show too.
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
God, it's so good so far. Yeah,
I didn't see
It is
that
good.
one.
Yeah, that's a
man.
good one.
It's good.
that guy Paul Walter Hauser or whatever. He's also from
Yes.
Cobra Kai.
Yep.
Yeah.
That dude's good.
He talks like this.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Like
and he's
it.
got Burnside.
Yeah.
Apple TV
That's what
is
we
Yeah,
call
he
it.
does.
They're
He
not
calls them
called-
Burnsides.
They're not called sideburns. They're really called Burnsides.
Apple
Because it's
TV
named after
is
a general.
Yeah, General Burnside's from the Civil War. Apple TV is, I think, doing it the right way as far as content. They're not doing too much. They're like doing one show a season, it feels like. Kind of like how HBO used to do it. How, Sopranos would end, and then
Yep.
Curb would start as soon as
Yep.
it'd be that Sunday night 9:00 HBO show. I feel like Apple TV is kind of doing that now. They have one show at a time, but they have good content.
And for
so
the
far.
price.
And for the price,
For
yeah, like $6 or
$4.99,
whatever it is.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right. Dana,
so
you watch anything?
those are the two shows I'm watching on Apple TV.
Yeah, Apple TV's good.
Me?
Yeah, you got any mini stuff?
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be on Jason's list, but I'm watching Kindred.
I do have that on my list.
Yeah.
Yes. How many episodes did you get in?
2 so far.
I'm on
It's a
three-
lot.
I watched 3.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch too many at a time.
It's not the
There's time
premise
travel.
is this woman just all of a sudden starts going back in time and then coming back to the present, then going back in time. But she's a black woman and she's going back to like 1815.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's this on?
Hulu.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
FX.
I've seen-
It's on
Oh, it's
FX,
on
but it's on
FX.
Hulu.
Okay.
I've seen
yeah.
commercials for that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty good so far.
Yeah, it's a lot though. Like you
Yeah.
said, there's a lot to take in on it, and it's just she's being pulled back into a time that her mother's there.
Yeah.
and it's just very strange.
And it's probably like segregation era and stuff like
Yep.
that.
No, it's like
no,
this is
1815, so it's like
Pre-Civil War.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's not modern day. She's
Actually,
not a modern
she
day person.
is-
But if her mom wouldn't be in the
her
Civil
mom
War. But
disappeared in the 90s.
I think it was. I think no. Did they go back to the First World War? Was it?
No, it was 1815.
1800s? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Oh, so
Yeah.
her
1850.
mom does the same
Her
thing.
mom died in a car crash when she was 2, but her body never recovered. When she's back in 1815, she
Yeah.
kind of like sees her mom, but then she goes back to the
She
present.
just moved to.
That's all like the first.
She just moves
20
to
minutes.
California, and she meets this guy, and so she hooks up with the guy. She has sex with the guy, and then she's touching the guy as she goes back, and he goes with her.
Oh,
Yeah,
So, and then he's thought to be her.
master.
master or
Yep.
something.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh,
Owner.
Jesus Christ.
So it's pretty-
Awkward.
Yeah, it's really. And he's like, I don't want to do this. Like, she's like, just go along with it. And he's like, I don't want to say these things. And, do these things. And they got these little 11-year-old girl calling.
Wait,
the
I haven't
girl
gotten that far.
Calling the girl the N-word, and it's just like,
Yeah.
it's just really, really. whew.
Yeah, there's a lot of N word.
It's very.
That's why it's not a bingeable show. It's good. But
Yeah, I'm enjoying.
Sounds
it
like Handmaid's Tale.
I'm
You can
enjoying
only watch
Yeah.
one at a time. You're like, I can't deal with it
That's
anymore.
what I've done.
Yeah.
One episode at the most, and they're 40 minutes, 38
Yeah.
minutes, 40 minutes, 30, and then 50 minutes. I think is the longest. But
yeah, and then I was on Apple TV. Since you just got it, Bad Sisters. That's really good. It's
haven't heard of
Irish,
that one.
set in Ireland.
all right,
It's these 5 adult sisters. One of their husbands dies, and it starts out at his funeral, and then it goes back and forth from like 6 months ago to now to 6 months ago, trying to figure out what happened to him, how he
Okay.
died. And he's just
it's a series.
Yeah, it was really good.
I got
That's it.
I watched Black Panther because it came on Disney Plus.
I didn't watch
I
it
wanted
yet.
to see it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was that good a movie. I liked the first one. I didn't love the first one. Like I know that first one got a lot of praise, and I get that there was an issue with this movie where it was going to be hard to replace Chadwick Boseman.
The things that
Yeah.
I've heard about this movie, long, drawn out.
Dude,
Very
it is
slow.
so long because we got the dogs, and it was like dinner time as we started it. We paused like 3 times. Every time we paused it, I'm like, "There's an hour and a half left of this movie." I said that 3 times. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe how many times I said there's still an hour and a half left of this movie. It wasn't that good. It wasn't fun at all. There
Yeah.
was no fun to it at all. There's some new characters that are all right, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
listen, man, it's a Marvel movie. I'm going to watch it, but I was not excited about
they
this.
didn't go to the
Yeah.
theater
After
to
it
see
ended, I was
right?
like, oh, I guess that's the only time I'm ever going to watch that movie because I would not want to sit
Not
through
watch
3 more
one,
hours
yeah.
of that again.
I don't want to watch it. Just hearing that.
there hasn't been anybody giving it that like review where I'm like, oh, I can't wait to watch this.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine anybody would. I really can't. And now I'm going to go back and listen to some podcasts I listened to hear their reviews because I've not listened to them for 3 months because I didn't want to get spoiled.
Yeah.
And I want to hear what they say because sometimes they.
I watched the sequel to X, and that's called Pearl.
Oh, okay.
Really good. Really good. I love
I
this
remember
movie.
you talking about X.
Yep.
Yeah.
I recommended X on the podcast. Now I'm recommending Pearl on the podcast. And coming soon is Maxine, the trilogy. There's a third movie.
This
Are they gory?
This is horror, right?
Yeah. This one wasn't as gory as X. But it had a really good story. Yeah. This was World War One. I apologize. I knew I had World War.
Oh, really?
This one's
Now, what's this on?
Okay.
Or is it in a theater?
This was I rented it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For like $4 or whatever it was. So. Yep.
But now X was the first one. Pearl's the second one.
X then Pearl. Yep. I recommend
Better,
it.
worse, not just.
I think
different?
Pearl's a little better than X, but I like X a lot. But Pearl's a little better.
All right,
Yeah.
that's high praise, and that means that they landed the sequel.
What are they on?
X is on Hulu, Showtime, or it's on Showtime.
It's on Showtime. Okay,
So I
think
watched it
have
on
Showtime.
Hulu because I have Showtime through Hulu. But X is there, and Pearl I rent it.
Okay.
I just rented that one, so yeah. I recommend both of those.
So my next show, I actually do have 3 this week. I started The Bear on Hulu.
I heard that was really
I hear good things
Yeah.
about that one. That's about the lunch.
Brady raves about this
Right?
show all the time. Yeah, the chef that
Chef, right?
took over his brother's beef shop.
In
beef
Chicago?
Funny because
shop in
Brady is a
Chicago.
bear, so like
Right?
that's,
In
that's
Chicago.
funny that he would recommend that. It's good. I like
That's
that.
in Chicago or something.
Chicago, yeah.
I've heard only good things about that. Like
I
really
have
good.
as
Yeah,
well,
things.
Tara
yeah.
liked it.
It was good. It's
I
not
didn't watch it.
Tara hates
typical-
it.
No, she liked it.
I
It's
thought
not a
she
typical
said hated
Brian
it.
show, but I watched a 3.
So there's no
3
teenage
episodes.
girls, no
Is it-
Korean.
It is a typical, or it's not a typical.
It's not a typical
then,
show
yeah,
I would watch, but
no kids in it.
But Brady was talking about it, and I was like, you know what, I'll watch it.
All right, yeah. I
And
actually,
it was good.
I've heard good things about that.
Do you watch Ginny and Georgia?
No,
Oh, you would like it. It's really good.
I do see. I see that.
I saw
one
that on
pop up.
Netflix. I
Yeah.
was like, man, that looks like something I would never even want to
It's
click on.
really good.
It's so funny because that was actually a joke on SNL this week. They were doing it was a game show, and the categories were like TV. And
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
So they ran through the 80s like real quick, and then they got to the 2020s, and they're like, "This is the most popular show on Netflix right now, Ginny and they're all
And
like,
nobody knew it.
No one knew, and then like every category from like this year, like she's nominated for the best actress in this movie, and they're like,
It's like a famous actor or actress, and you know who they are, but then they mention the thing that they're in. And
oh yeah, and then he's like, "Can we change the categories? Can we do someone like we know?" He's like, "How about Nicole Kidman?" Like, okay, Nicole Kidman is doing a TV show right now on Apple TV. It's called what? And they're like, I don't know. Do you have anything?
I don't
else?
have anything else that I recommend, but I do have.
Well, I don't want. I
Hulu
want
canceled
I
something
want
I
you
wanted
to. I
to-
want you to do your thing last. So let me bust through some stuff right now. I watched 2 things that I didn't know I would watch that were related, but they're related. One is Stand Up for Drummers. It's Fred Armisen.
I saw that his stand-up.
His stand-up
special, right?
where
Yeah.
it's drums. He's got drums on
Oh,
stage.
I saw that.
It's not like ha funny. It's not.
It's if you like Fred Armisen.
Yeah,
Funny.
and but it's all about drums. And he has Sheila E. He has what's his face from Green Day, Trey Cool, and it's fun.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's different. It's different, and he goes through the history of drumming, and he does. I mean, who can do drum impersonations? He can. He can do Ringo and John Bonham and Keith Moon and stuff like that. So that was really fun. But related to that, and on different platforms, so I'm not sure why they were recommended at the same time. I watched Count Me In, which is a drum documentary with I don't know, like Nick Mason from Pink Floyd and Stuart Copeland from The Police and a bunch of other people, and they talk about like the history of drums and all the great drummers and stuff like that. Both about drumming, both really good, but you have to really like drumming too.
Did you see the documentary on Ginger Baker?
Ginger Baker's actually in the Count Me In one with archival footage, like they're interviewing him.
Did you ever see the
Yeah,
documentary?
oh yeah, I
That's
saw that
really-
one.
that's
Yeah,
really
like right
good,
after he
yeah.
died, it came out, right, or right before.
I think right
before he
before
died. Yeah,
I saw it on Netflix
Yep,
or something.
I saw that one.
Yeah,
It's great.
that's-
But Ginger Baker's in this one, like interview. In fact, someone. Taylor Hawkins is in it, and oh no, Taylor Hawkins is in it. Yes, Charlie Watts is in it, and it's like it got released like the day before he died, but he's in it. I mean, they obviously filmed his stuff before he died,
Yeah.
but it's good. Although Neil Peart's not mentioned at it at all. That was noticeable because they're going like Keith Moon's the best, John Bonham's the best, Keith Moon, John Bonham. I'm like, no Neil Peart?
It's Canadian.
Maybe. All right.
I got one more show, and I hate saying that I watched it on Netflix because I'm so angry at them. But and I'm sure it's going to get canceled because. But Lockwood and Company.
Oh, I saw that. I didn't watch. I saw that it was coming out.
Kinda
Yeah.
show
Was
is
it good?
It was pretty good. Yeah, so
You
it's
saw you didn't see, you saw it was
I
coming
saw
out.
it was coming
Okay.
out.
It's
Yeah,
a British
it was popping up.
takes place in Britain in an alternate universe where
teens
There are
do
tons
what?
of ghosts,
Teens are what? Ghosts?
Yeah.
and it is a kid ghost hunting the agency.
Yeah, they're ghost hunters, right?
Is
That's
she-
what I thought. Okay.
Is she Korean?
No.
Oh, no.
That would have been a trifecta, right?
Because obviously a girl, right? You
Well,
said-
one of them, there's two guys and a girl.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is the
And they're
story
what,
of a
ghost
girl.
hunters?
Yeah, so back in this alternate reality, ghosts kill people all the time, and there was this big uprising that killed a whole bunch of people. So these ghost hunting companies formed up, and you start with like certain people are attuned to ghost, and you start up when you're like 13 years old. You get sent to these ghost companies, and they you go to school with them, but they also train you to kill ghosts, basically.
I knew this, like school had to be involved, like supernatural schools.
None of these shows I watch are sexual.
Yeah, but like that's your thing, man. That is your sweet
I
spot.
like-
That's
You know,
and the
it's
thing is,
like-
he's watched a couple of these, and then that's probably what comes up on his algorithm, and
Yeah.
it's just
That's why it's on my algorithm too.
I mean, like I watched Wednesday
Yeah.
too, but like Wednesday is so in your wheelhouse, man. Like as I was
loved
watching it, I was
Wednesday.
like,
I was so
man,
excited
Brian
for
Alpin
Wednesday,
is like
too.
just
Did you like that
jerking
90s
off to
show?
this right now.
I didn't watch
I
it
didn't
yet.
watch it.
Oh, you didn't watch Wednesday yet?
No, that
Oh.
90s show.
Oh,
He
that
just,
90s
yeah.
show.
I actually watched that,
The only other thing I have, because I know you want to do Hulu, and that's fine. The only other thing I have is I watched. This is from 2009. I didn't even know it existed, but it popped up on Netflix today. Sorry. And so I watched the first 2 episodes. Monty Python's Almost the Truth, the lawyer's cut documentary. And it was when Terry Jones was still alive. So it's all the living Monty Python guys. And it's a 6-episode, hour and a half each episode documentary where they're interviewing them all and going through the life and times of Monty Python. And it's awesome. Because it's all the guys and they're
What's that on?
Netflix.
Oh,
Yeah,
Your
the
favorite.
Almost the Truth lawyer's cut, and it's just so good. They each do their own history. They each love Graham Chapman and talk about him. I didn't know he was gay until today because his partner for like 20 years, who's still alive now, is interviewed, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Graham Chapman died of cirrhosis of the liver, I think, because he was such a raging alcoholic. That every story starts with like, I didn't know he was an alcoholic, and then he was on the floor barking, and I was like, that should have been your first clue.
I think that's a sign.
That's all I got.
Do you have anything else you watched this week? Or no?
Well, I did watch a comedy special on Amazon. Nate somebody
Bargatze.
Oh, I thought that was the show. Nate somebody.
No, Nate Bargatze. It was actually pretty good. I liked it. It was clean. Not that I care if it's clean or not.
You're looking
but
at
it
me
was
like
clean.
I care. Brian Regan's one of my
It was
old-time
clean.
favorites. He's super clean.
Yeah, it was funny. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I never heard of him before. I only saw it because I kept seeing clips on TikTok popping up. So I was like, oh, I'll watch this.
Yeah.
But that's
If
it.
he's on TikTok, then I'm sure I've seen
My
him.
cousin Christina loves him, so yeah, I've heard,
Yeah.
and he's been on some podcasts I listen to as well. But Hulu canceled the reboot.
Did they really?
Oh,
Wait,
no.
they're not doing a second season even?
No, and that's
Based on, like, that wasn't popular?
I know that cast was so good. It was such a fun show.
that was a
that
great
stinks.
show.
I liked it a lot, man.
And now it's making me mad. I hate HBO Max now. I hate Netflix now.
Like, someone
Hulu.
needs to
Now
start
I
up
have to hate
someone
Hulu.
needs to start up a streaming service to take
They're
all the
trying
things that
to-
people cancel to get.
They're shopping it around now, so hopefully somebody picks it up.
but that's
like,
not a good sign.
Yeah.
I you know what? All these streaming services, they're doing it to themselves. They just buy, and then they can't make any of them work, and they're just like cancel.
That was a solid cast, a solid storyline. I thought.
If you can't make that cast work as a comedy, don't buy any more comedies because you can't make anything work. If you got Key and Judy Greer and Johnny Knoxville and Paul Reiser, and you can't make that work,
Yep.
just stop. Just stop. Don't buy another comedy. If Jerry
I
Seinfeld
agree.
comes
Let-
to you and says,
let-
I got a comedy, don't take it.
Let the other
Don't
streamers take it.
Yeah.
You take on the dramas.
Yeah.
The other streamers will just screw it up anyway.
There's got to be someone.
Damn
that
it,
can do
Brian.
Apple, everything's got to go to Apple. But if Apple cancels Foundation, I'm going to flip out.
Me too.
Well, they wouldn't do that. They can't. No, they're doing season 2, right?
I
I
hope
thought they
so.
were already filming it.
Oh, okay. That makes me, because it hasn't come back
Hyperventilating.
so long. I'm just like,
It's been a long
they
time.
better not.
Speaking of
cancel
season
that.
2s, they just wrapped season 2, Yellow Jackets.
Oh.
What?
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Can't wait.
That's gonna be good. Wait, wrapped, so that's done filming. So now they got
filming,
it.
yeah.
When's it coming out?
March 24th.
Wow, that's like no production time at all. Like post production.
They must have started editing.
Yeah, the
soon
first
as they-
seasons or the first episode's probably done already. They're like, we got to get going. A lot's coming in March. Like Mandalorian is coming in March, and
Did you see who they have in the adult cast? They have a van. We're gonna have adult van, and we're gonna have adult Lottie. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Yellow Jackets. I thought we were on Mandalorian for a second there.
I
was
don't
like,
remember who they are.
Yeah, I don't remember any of the characters' names except Jackie.
Van's
Jackie, I
the
remember.
redhead who's with Thaisa.
Oh yeah, what's her face is playing her. I saw the I saw who's playing her.
Yeah.
Yes, I did see who's
I can't
playing
remember
her.
her name right now, but she's
She was in Can't Hardly Wait with Seth Green and
Yeah, what
Oh.
can't I say?
Is she in Servant?
yes, she is the
Ambrose?
servant.
Ambrose?
Yeah,
Ambrose?
yeah,
Is that it?
yeah. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad that she's in that.
I almost picked Can't Hardly Wait, by the way. I didn't think you'd want to watch it. Sounds like you already
love
did.
that movie. I love
almost
Can't
picked
Hardly
it.
Wait.
I love
Did you
that
really?
movie too.
Yeah. I was like, Andy's going to say hell no to this movie.
Oh no,
How'd
I didn't say
know?
hell no to any of your movies. Clueless, I was all on board
Well, I
with
know
that.
you like
and-
that one, but yeah.
And he's excited. We got Empire Records will be coming up soon with
that's
my
so
friend.
good.
Adrian.
That I don't know. Maybe
That-
I won't like
love
that.
that movie.
That's a great movie.
Those young
fun.
girls, they don't know how to pick movies. All
But,
right,
I didn't have anything
I'm
else.
good.
Did you have anything else you watched or wanted to share that you did or wanted to do or gonna do? If not, you can find us on Spreaker, everywhere else you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, Google, whatever. And I'm the Jazoo on Instagram, Jazoo74 on Twitter. I'm Jason.
I'm Andy. AE Gonzo1 on Twitter, AE Gonzo1970 on Instagram. Listen to the Cannonball Run episode that's coming out this week.
Thank you.
Good job.
I could have waited, but I didn't want to wait.
And I'm Brian, Papa Bad Kitty.
I'm Dana. Dana Caps on TikTok. That's all I got. Sorry.
She's a youngin'. Those
That's
TikTok
fine.
kids. Cannonball Run.